Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Reading from Srimad Bhagavad Gita, chapter 9, entitled The Most Confidential Knowledge, verse number 11. Avajananti mamuda manusim tanumasritam param bhavamajananto mama bhuta maheswaram. Translation and purport by His Divine Grace, A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada. Fools deride me when I descend in the human form. They do not know my transcendental nature and my supreme dominion over all that be. Purport. From the other explanations of the previous verses in this chapter, it is clear that the Supreme Personality of Godhead, although appearing like a human being, is not a common man. The Personality of Godhead, who conducts the creation, maintenance, and annihilation of the complete cosmic manifestation, cannot be a human being. Yet, there are many foolish men who consider Krishna to be merely a powerful man and nothing more. Actually, he is the original Supreme Personality. In the ordinary management of affairs in the material world, we find some official or director, and above him there is a secretary, and above him a minister, and above him a president. Each of them is a controller, but one is controlled by another. In the Brahma Samhita, it is said that Krishna is the supreme controller. There are many controllers, undoubtedly, both in the material and spiritual world. But Krishna is the supreme controller, Ishvara Paramat Krishna. And his body is Satchidananda, not material. Material bodies cannot perform the wonderful acts described in the previous verses. His body is eternal, blissful, and full of knowledge. Although he is not a common man, the foolish deride him and consider him to be a man. His body is called here Manusim because he is acting just like a man, a friend of Arjuna's, a politician involved in the battle of Kurukshetra. In so many ways, he is acting just like an ordinary man, but actually his body is Satchidananda Vigraha, eternal bliss and knowledge absolute. This is confirmed in the Vedic language also, Satchidananda Rupaya Krishnaya. I offer my obeisances unto the Supreme Personality of Godhead, Krishna, who is eternal blissful form of knowledge. There are other descriptions in the Vedic language also. Tam etam Govindam. You are Govinda, the pleasure of the senses and the cows. Satchidananda Vigraham, and your form is transcendental, full of knowledge, bliss, and eternity. Despite the transcendental qualities of Lord Krishna's body is full bliss and knowledge, there are many so-called scholars and commentators of Bhagavad Gita who deride Krishna as an ordinary man. The scholar may be born an extraordinary man due to his previous good works, but this conception of Krishna, Sri Krishna, is due to a poor fund of knowledge. Therefore, he is called Muda, for only foolish persons consider Krishna to be an ordinary human being, because they do not know the confidential activities of the Supreme Lord and his different energies. They do not know that Krishna's body is a symbol of complete knowledge and bliss, that he is the proprietor of everything that be, and that he can award liberation to anyone. Because they do not know that Krishna has so many transcendental qualifications, they deride him. Nor do they know that the appearance of the Supreme Personality of Godhead in this material world is a manifestation of his internal energy. He is the master of the material energy, as has been explained in several places. Mama Maya Duratyaya. He claims that material energy, although very powerful, is under his control, and whoever surrenders unto him can get out of the control of this material energy. If a soul surrender to Krishna can get out of the influence of material energy, then how can the Supreme Lord, who conducts the creation, maintenance, and annihilation of the whole cosmic nature, have a material body like us? So this conception of Krishna is complete foolishness. Foolish persons, however, cannot conceive that the personality of Godhead, Krishna, appearing just like an ordinary man, can be the controller of all the atoms and of the gigantic manifestation of the universal form. The biggest and the minute are beyond their conception, so they cannot imagine that form like that of a human being can simultaneously control the infinite and the minute. Actually, although he is controlling the infinite and the finite, he is apart from all this manifestation. It is clearly stated concerning his Yodam Aishwaram, his inconceivable transcendental energy, that he can control the infinite and the finite simultaneously, and that he can remain aloof from them. Although the foolish cannot imagine how Krishna, who appears just like a human being, can control the infinite and the finite, those who are pure devotee accept this, for they know that Krishna is the Supreme Personality of Godhead. Therefore, they completely surrender unto him and engage in Krishna consciousness, devotional service of the Lord. There are many controversies amongst the impersonalist and the personalist about the Lord's appearance as a human being. But if we consult Bhagavad Gita and Srimad Bhagavatam, the authoritative texts for understanding the science of Krishna, then we can understand that Krishna is the Supreme Personality of Godhead. He is not an ordinary man, although he appeared on this earth as an ordinary human. In the Srimad Bhagavatam, first canto, first chapter, when the sages inquire about the activities of Krishna, it is stated that his appearance as a man bewilders the foolish. No human being could perform the wonderful acts that Krishna performed while he was present on this earth. When Krishna appeared before his father and mother, Vasudeva and Devaki, he appeared with 4 hands, but after the prayer of the parents, he transformed himself into an ordinary child. His appearance as an ordinary human being is one of the features of his transcendental body. In the 11th chapter of the Gita also it is stated, Tenaiva Rupena, etc. Arjuna prayed to see again that form of 4 hands. And when Krishna was thus petitioned by Arjuna, he again assumed his original form. All these different features of the Supreme Lord are certainly not those of an ordinary human being. Some of those who deride Krishna, who are infected with the Mayavadi philosophy, quote the following verse from the Srimad Bhagavatam to prove that Krishna is just an ordinary man. Aham sarvesu bhutesu bhutatma vastita sada. The Supreme is present in every living entity. We should better take note of this particular verse from the Vaishnava Acharyas like Jivadrose Swami instead of following the interpretation of unauthorized person who deride Krishna. Jivadrose Swami, commenting on this verse, says that Krishna in his plenary expansion as Paramatma is situated in the moving and the non-moving entities as the supersoul. So any neophyte devotee who simply gives his attention to the Archa Murti the form of the Supreme Lord in the temple and does not respect other living entities is uselessly worshipping the form of the Lord in the temple. There are three kinds of devotees of the Lord, and the neophyte is in the lowest stage. The neophyte devotee gives more attention to the deity in the temple than to other devotees. So Jivadru Swami wants that this sort of mentality should be corrected. A devotee should see that Krishna is present in everyone's heart as Paramatma. Therefore, every body is the embodiment or the temple of the Supreme Lord. And as such, as one offers respect to the temple of the Lord, he should similarly properly respect each and every body in whom the Paramatma dwells. Everyone should therefore be given proper respect and should not be neglected. There are also many impersonalists who deride temple worship. They say that since God is everywhere, why should one restrict himself to temple worship? But if God is everywhere, is he not in the temple or in the deity? Although the personalist and the impersonalist will fight with one another perpetually, a perfect devotee in Krishna consciousness knows that although Krishna is the Supreme Personality, he is all-pervading, as is confirmed in the Brahma Samhita. Although his personal abode is Golok Vrindavan, and he is always staying there, still by his different manifestation of energy and by his plenary expansion, he is present everywhere in all parts of the material and spiritual creation. Thus ends the Bhaktivedanta purport.
But unfortunately, as Krishna says in the next verse, Avajananti magamudha, those who are asses, no brain. Avajananti. Avajananti means deride, doesn't care. That here is Krishna, the original, Supreme Lord, conducting everything. So they cannot understand. Avajananti magamudha. Therefore we should not remain a mudha, asses. We must be intelligent animal. Or we must become Brahmana. Brahmana, then Manusyanam sahasresu kaschin jatati siddhaya. Out of many millions of men, one may be very eager to make his life perfect. Manusyanam sahasresu. Jatatam api siddhyanam kaschid vettimam tattata. And out of many such perfect persons, hardly or maybe one understand what is the Supreme Lord, Krishna. Therefore, Krishna comes personally to teach us because he is very much affectionate. We are all sons of Krishna. Yes, no. We have no other Father, the Supreme Father. He is the Supreme Father. He is very much affectionate. And because we are part and parcel of Krishna, Mamaivangshu Jiva Bhuta, all these living entities, they are my part and parcel, without any discrimination. The human being, or the animals, or the plants, trees, aquatics, every one of us a living being. And we have got different dress only, according to our karma. Just like here we are sitting, hundreds of men, and we have got different dress. Similarly, every living being is part and parcel of Krishna. You cannot mistreat other lower animals, then Krishna will be displeased. Suppose your father has got 5 sons, and one of them or 2 of them are useless. And if the useful son, say, proposes to the father that, Father, this son is useless, so why not kill him? So will the father be pleased and give order? No, you cannot kill. You should be taken more care. This is father. Similarly, every living entity, the aquatics, the birds, the beasts, the insect, the plants, the trees, the animals, and the human being, civilized, and everyone is Krishna's son. That is described. Sarvajonishu kaunteya sambhavanti murtayaja tasang mahajjani brahma ahanga bija padapita. I am the seed-giving father. And the mother is material nature. So these things have to be understood. And the person, Supreme Person, is giving lesson, instruction personally. So why should we miss this opportunity in this human form of life? That is not very good intelligence. It is so simple. Krishna consciousness movement is very, very simple. You can see practically what is the difficulty. You worship the deity and you take prasadam and you chant and you dance and you become realized. It has been already described in the beginning. Susukham kartum abhayam. You execute Krishna consciousness is very, very pleasing. There is no difficulty. Kartum abhayam. And whatever little you do, that is permanent assessment. It will never be lost. So, don't neglect. Don't become murhas, as it is said here. Avajananti mana murha, manusim tanumasitam. Because Krishna, the Supreme Personality of Godhead, comes here with compassion for us, just like human being. He is not human being, not like us. He has got immense power. If you study Krishna's life from the very beginning of his birth, he is God. When he was only 3 months old, the Putana Rakshasi came to kill him, but she was killed by the 3 months old child. So he had to kill so many demons, he had to act so wonderfully that he has proved that he is the Supreme Personality of Godhead. But because we are not intelligent, therefore we take him as ordinary human being. Avajananti magamudha. By taking Krishna as ordinary human being, we become mudha. No. Krishna is the Supreme Personality of Godhead. Ishara Parama Krishna Satchidananda Vigraha Anadiradi Govinda Sarva Karana Karana Sarva Karana, original cause. So, why they are neglecting? Avajananti magamudha manasim tanuvasana. Therefore we have to prepare our eyes to see Krishna. Otherwise, if we keep ourselves as even Krishna is present before us, we cannot see. Param bhava bhajananta mama bhuta maheswaram. So param bhava, the absolute secrecy, how to understand Krishna, that is explained in this Bhagavad Gita. If we study carefully, we have tried to explain. People are appreciating all over the world about this book. So I wish that in Australia also, you ladies and gentlemen, you take advantage of this movement, you study this Bhagavad Gita, Srimad Bhagavatam, and other literatures to understand Krishna. And if you understand Krishna, Janma Karma Chami Divam Jujanati Tattva, in truth, then your life is successful. What is that success? Takta Dehang Punar Janma Naita. The success means human form of life. Success means to stop this birth, death, old age and disease. That is success. Not that if you can construct a skyscraper building or a very big motor car, that is success. No, that is not success. Because we are under the Prakriti Krimanani, we are under the clutches of Prakriti. Prakriti is giving us, according to our association, Karanam Guna Sanghasa, we are getting a different type of body. In this life, I may be fortunate to construct a very big building But next life, if I am going to become a dog or cat, then what is the success? That is not success. Success is to understand the whole philosophy and stop the process of birth, death, old age and disease. That is success. That you can do only simply by understanding Krishna. Janma karmam chami dibbam jujanati tattata takta deham punarjanmanati. This is what. This is actually the business of human life. Athato brahma jigyasa janmadasya jata. This is the philosophy of life. So, our request is, you try to understand this philosophy, this movement, take advantage and spread it, be happy and make others happy. Thank you very much.
Is it possible for a fallen soul to preach the glories of Krishna, Lord Chaitanya, and the spiritual master to people outside?
Outside, what do you mean outside?
In society, outside of the movement, outside of the people.
It means living out independently and also...
Oh yes, why not? Why not? It is simply an example how to become Krishna conscious. You can start a similar place in your home, in your village, in your town. You can do that. It is simply an example how to conduct Krishna consciousness business. It is not that the business is limited. It is not limited. Therefore we have written so many books. It is a great science. You can do it anywhere. And that is the mission of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. He says, Prithivite ache jato nagara digra. All over the world, as many towns and villages are there, this Krishna consciousness movement must be spread. So one must know the science and spread it. That is wanted. People are suffering for want of knowledge. They should enlighten by this Krishna consciousness movement. That is the business of human life. Especially Chaitanya Mahaprabhu ordered the Indians to do it. He said, Bharat bhumite manusya janma haila ja, janma sarthak kari karo paropakar. His mission is that anyone who has taken birth in India, he first of all make his life successful and spread this knowledge for welfare activities of the whole human society. This is required.
I wish to offer my very sincere gratitude.
Said, Maya. So this Maya can be avoided. The method is very simple. Mami vaja prapadante maya metang taranti. So if we actually want to get relief from the Maya, that is Krishna's program. He says ultimately that sarvadharman parittajya mamekam saranam vaja. If we actually do that, mamekam saranam vaja, surrender to Krishna, then it is very easy to get out of the clutches of Maya. Instantly. He says, assures, aham tva sarva papebha moksha. Maya is police custody. If one is criminal, then police is dangerous for that person. But if one is honest, the police may remain there. A police has no business with the honest man. Similarly, if we remain honest, then Maya has nothing to do with us. Maya may be there. Same example. Police has nothing to do with the honest, law-abiding citizen. But as soon as one is criminal, he comes under the custody of police, automatically. In this connection there is a Bengali verse, Krishna bhuliya jeev bhoga vancha kore, Pashete maya tare japotiya dhare. as soon as we forget Krishna and I think myself I am the enjoyer, I am the king of all I survey, there is Maya. That is Maya. Everyone is thinking like that I am the king of everything. At least I am trying to. This endeavor is Mayic activities. But as soon as we come to the understanding, Ishavashamidam sarvam, everything belongs to Krishna. Krishna also says in the Bhagavad Gita, Bhoktaram jagatamasam sarvaloko maheswaram Sridam sarvabhutanam gyattamam santimit. Simply, we have to understand, at the present moment, materialistic life means every one of us thinking, I am the proprietor. Either individually or collectively, nationally, that is the disease. Everyone is thinking, this land belongs to me, this land belongs to my family, this land belongs to my state, to my nation. But actually this land belongs to Krishna. That is the fact. So this misconception of life means Maya. And as soon as we understand that everything belongs to the Supreme Lord, then whole problem solved. There is United Nations, they are meeting for the last 30 or 40 years, but there is no solution. Because the different nations they are meeting, that America is our, Australia is our, India is our, so all these our persons they are meeting and talking. But that is Maya. If they pass a resolution that this whole earthly planet belongs to Krishna, God, so everything is solved immediately. But that we shall not do. That is divinity gunamayi mo maya durudaya. That conviction, false conviction, is so strong. But as soon as we turn this plate in this way, that everything belongs to Krishna, then the whole solution is there. So it is not very easy to think like that, but at least we shall begin learning. And that is Krishna consciousness movement. At least we shall begin to think like that. And that is possible as recommended by Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, because the real mistake is within the heart. Falsely I am thinking I am the proprietor, I am the master, I am the enjoyer. Falsely. This has to be cleansed. Chetadatmana mardhanam. Actually, if we are sober, if we are actually philosopher, we can very easily understand that why I am claiming this is mine, this is mine. I am a newcomer. I stay here for a few days or for years. So how it becomes before my birth land was there, and after my death the land will be there. That's how the land becomes mine. This simple question, if it is answered, there is solution of so many problems. So therefore this human form of life is meant for discussing, considering this question. That is called Athata Brahma Jigyasa. So this Krishna consciousness movement is Brahma Jigyasa and the answer. We have published so many books. Only these two, question and answer. That's all. So let us begin. It is not a fanatical movement. It is scientific movement. So our request is that you study this Krishna consciousness movement very soberly, philosophically, and every one of you will be benefited. Thank you very much.